class, I was talking to someone who, and this is not the first time, that somebody else actually recently hit me up on Instagram and asked me the same thing. He'd come and audited a couple years ago, and now he's been out in the world, and now he's realizing, like, he's like, whoa, for the first time, I'm kind of maybe understanding what being in the moment is. And then today I was interviewing Lorenza Izza, who's in Quentin Tarantino's new movie, and she's doing really well, and she was saying how, you know, when she first started here, she understood it conceptually, but for her to really start to experience what being in the moment has been quite a journey. And it's hard for me to even, that's what the whole technique has been built on moment-to-momentness. That's not Meindl. I mean, I love that Meindl was one of the first acting teachers to really use that term in getting actors to be here. I've always argued that it's the principle of life itself. That the future that you're hoping for in 2 years from now, in 2021, will be now. It's the future right now, but when you're living it, it will then be what? The now. So it's always blips of now. And how can we be more fully here, more fully engaged in the work? And then I thought, well, what's maybe a simpler way of understanding being in the moment? And when Lorenza and I were talking, we talked about the essence of really, it's surrender. It's really about letting go. It's where preparation, whatever kind of preparation any actor has to do, which can be so varied and different based on each person, that then when the pedal hits the metal and you're in the moment, meaning we're rolling, action, the lights come down and you're on a play and it's like opening night, whatever medium it is, then how do you then trust all that has been, it's all in your body, it's all metabolized. Then how do you kind of sort of turn this on autopilot and get in the flow? And I think that really is a construct of how do you trust? Trust is surrender. Trust is letting go. When I was in London, we did a teacher assessment, or teacher, just like a gym jam is what we call it over there. So all the teachers, we like worked and we like popped in and popped out and we're like, and I worked because I wanted people to work with me. And I think they were all freaking out. And I was like, it doesn't really matter, but I just like, let's just see what that brings up. And when I was doing this exercise, this interior monologue exercise that we do, maybe we should do it tonight, I don't know, it's always good to sort of revisit things that we think we've mastered. Anyway, so this exercise is when you are generally opposite the table and you just say your thoughts based on what you hear, right? You all remember that exercise? And right before we got started, the teacher who was running that session brought up two other people and had them, like what we do a lot, what I do in intensives is, if the people are cheating and looking down, I'll have somebody come up and cover up the lines, right? So that they can't see the line and they have to first say their thought, right? So she brought two people up to already have them do that. And I'm thinking in my mind, I'm like, oh, I know how to do this exercise. You know what I mean? I've been doing it for 21 years. Wait, what's happening? I don't need somebody that could hold my hand and control my experience of listening. And I, in that moment, I was like, whoa, that's about control, Tony. Just let go. Let her be there. Let her have the experience. Let me have the experience. Opposite another human being, and what may come. Oh, that's a very great homage to, what is it, Moulin Rouge. What may come. What? Come what may. Come what may. Come what may. Come what may. So it is really about surrender, and we want to try to keep doing it more and more. And the more you do it, the more other worlds open up to you and give you access to other things that are not conceptual. They are beyond the linear mind. Another thing last night that happened to me that was so amazing, this young guy had an instinct, and he talked about it in the talkback. He was scared to do it, but thank God he did. He went and he laid down on the floor because his partner happened to be laying there, and it was the most amazing, gorgeous thing, and then it evolved into all these other crazy, filmic, cinematic moments of just intimacy. And he said, had he not done that, this whole other aspect of the scene would not have become available to him. So that's when you pierce into a whole new world. It's waiting for you. Yes.